Hi everyone in Bio 111. This is my weekly announcement for week 1. I am going to focus, you'll notice that in my weekly announcements I will focus on mostly the lab activities because that's normally where I get the most questions from students. I've already had a few emails about the Gizmo app that you have to use to do the germination lab. So I'm going to give you a little more information, and hopefully it won't be as difficult. You will always have, in every week, you will have a section that tells you the learning objectives for that week, the instructional content. So this is how you're going to learn the information that you need to learn. You will start by viewing the weekly announcements on the welcome page, and that's where the announcements will be posted, will be on the welcome page. And I typically do them in a video format, so that I can kind of talk to you and instead of typing everything out and you have to read it all. And plus, I a lot of times I have to show you things on the computer. So now, if the weekly announcement like this week, that wouldn't be the first thing you do because I didn't have it posted yet, but that you definitely want to do that every week is view the weekly announcement. Watch your recorded lectures. I always do recorded lectures, and since I'm using the PowerPoint slides, you should take notes in a way that best fits your learning style. If you don't know what your learning style is, Google a learning style questionnaire and find out, do a little research and find out what works for you the best. But definitely, while you're watching the recorded lectures, make sure that you do take notes and try to actively engage in those lectures so you can learn the material. And then you can review the slides, which will be the ones from the recorded lectures, and make sure after that you post questions to the weekly Q&A open forum. That will help the other students, and it will help you as well. The activities are typically going to be complete the study plan and some type of lab assignment, whether it's a virtual lab or a kitchen lab. That's two different kinds of labs that you'll get in this course. A kitchen lab is hands-on. You don't have to do it in your kitchen. That's just I just call them kitchen labs. But because you can do them in your kitchen, but anyway, the virtual labs are like simulations, and your lab this week is a virtual lab. And then your assessment is typically complete the quiz, and some weeks you will actually have a lecture exam or a lab practical exam. The due date is always listed at the bottom, but it's also listed over here on the side. Well, you can't see it, but the due dates are also listed in the weekly topics. Then you scroll down. Here's your slides in your PowerPoint format and your PDF format. Here's your study plan. You get a grade for that, so go through and do that. Make sure you do that. I just really quickly want to show you this. I'll show you this, but then I'll do a whole nother video on how to study for your exams. Okay, so there's a show what you know section, which you can practice over and over and over those questions. And then there is a put it together. I love the put it together because it is an interactive kind of thing. So I just want to make sure that you know about the put it together section. I'll go through it in a different video, because this video is going to be about your lab for this week. So let's go back, and the main problem that students were having, I think, is not doing the lab, it's actually accessing the lab. So I put some instructions on here. First of all, I was not registered for Gizmo myself, and so I registered for Gizmo as an instructor at WECA, which I'm really not. So I hope they don't if they take my registration away, then, I mean, technically I'm not an instructor. I don't mean that this sounds so bad, but I do teach WECA students, so they didn't have a choice for Wilson Community College. So anyway, I did register so that you can sign up for the class and you can do the Gizmo Lab for free. So these are the instructions. Just read this, very, very simple. Go to explorelearning.com, click on enroll in a class, and then use this class code RWQMM8. And then you're going to create a username and a password. It's just like signing in for, for anything really. So once you do that, then you're going to pull up your lab report and try to put your, now, by the way, this is PDF, so if for some reason you can't enter your information, is this PDF? No, it's Word. Okay, you should not have any problems then. So you want to enter your name and the date. And then the date. Today is the 13th of January, 2022. And then in all of anything that you enter onto the document, either highlight it or put it in a different font. Like I'm going to go back and just highlight. Highlight is I really enjoy the highlight thing because it's so easy to see. And I'm old and my eyes are bad. So you're gonna enter your prior knowledge and answer this question, and then it tells you to you're gonna basically do a Gizmo warm up. Look at the description tab, how many seeds are in the germination chamber. Okay, well, we got to find the description tab. So we have to go to the link. Description tab. How many seeds are in the chamber? That's under seed status. There are 100 seeds in the chamber. 100 seeds in the chamber. So I'm going to come in here. I'm sorry. I'm going to come to this. And I'm going to put that there are 100 seeds in the chamber. And I'm not going to take the time to highlight 9,100. And then play and observe the simulation pane. And when you hit play, sorry, let me find it. Seed germination Gizmo. Okay, so when you hit play, make sure you notice there's 3 types of seeds. There's seed type A, B, and C. This is the germination chamber, and there's 100 seeds in here. The conditions. So basically, what you're going to be testing are the conditions, water, light, and temperature, and the 3 different types of seeds. So the effect of water, light, and temperature on 3 different types of seeds. You've probably done something like this in the past. Oh, great. Hopefully I can finish this up. But so it said hit play so you can watch a simulation. And this goes through 5 days. And seed type A, at 50 drops of water per hour, 50% of the maximum light, and 18 degrees Celsius or 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit, the number of sprouts was 54. The number of seeds that actually sprouted was 54. The number of seeds that didn't sprout was 46. And so this should help you get started. I'm afraid my battery's going to die, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this to YouTube. And I'm sorry, I realized I have these recordings. I can only have 15 minutes for per recording. So the only other thing I want to do, I think I've gotten you started here. So you just follow the worksheet directions and go through, and just follow the directions and write down your data, and then finish your worksheet. The other thing I wanted to do is talk to you about next week, because next week you have a lab where you have to, this is a kitchen lab. So it's week 2. In fact, I'll go ahead and open that up. This is the topic is the chemistry of life, and the Cabbage Juice Indicator Lab. Here's the handout, and here's the lab, and I posted, I need to go back to the welcome page. I posted on the welcome page the materials that you need for every lab. So I want to make sure that I give you plenty of time to obtain the materials. I think for the Cabbage Juice Indicator Lab, it's due on January the 24th. I would do this lab let's look at the calendar. I would actually start doing this lab no later than the 21st. It's due on that Monday. I don't mean for you to have to work over the weekend, but I'm just telling you, it takes a couple of hours to do the lab. You're going to need a few hours, and but it can be done in one day. But if you have any problems, you want to give yourself a few more days, just to make sure. There's a lot of materials listed here, but some of them you're already going to have at home. You will need to buy a head of purple cabbage, or you're going to need to have some purple cabbage leaves that you can boil. You can do this in the microwave, or you can do it on the stovetop, but just be really careful. Try to use, maybe you have some, what do you call them, pot holders, or even the gloves that protect your hands, when you're baking, that kind of thing. Just make sure that you don't burn yourself. You're going to need some baking soda. It says approximately 7 tablespoons, and some clear vinegar. And clear vinegar simply because this lab is an indicator lab. That means that the liquids from the purple cabbage is going to change color in different pH levels. So it'll be purple or red or green or blue, or just all different colors in different pH levels. You're going to need an antacid tablet that dissolves easily, so don't get those chewables. 1 straw. You're going to need some kind of eye protection, because in the part of the lab that you do with the straw, you have to blow bubbles into the solution until there's a color change. And so if it accidentally splashes back up on you, it could hurt your eyes. But the other thing about that is that you're not using solutions that are really, really dangerous. So, even if they did get in your eyes, you just rinse your eyes out, you'll be okay. You do need 10 common household liquids that are clear. You need to use clear liquids because, again, this is a color change lab. And if you use like a soda, like a dark soda, like Dr. Pepper, that is going to affect the results. If your liquids are not clear, you can't be sure that the results are correct. So anyway, this is the list that you need for the lab that's due on January 24th. It is a really fun lab to do, and you may do it with, you may do it with a partner. Might be more fun that way, but you do have to take a picture, several pictures, proving to me that you did the lab. So I need pictures of you with the lab set up and the results and everything